it realer than real. Fuck all them critics and fuck how they feel. I'm getting money, it is what it is.
Hey guys, welcome back to your girl's channel. This is Gigi reporting to you live from Gigi's Reality. I'm sorry guys, I've kind of been MIA. Life has been taking over a little bit, but I'm back with you guys on another episode of Basketball Wives that came on last night. It definitely, what else are we gonna expect? Jennifer is just still on the bottom of the totem pole, but we will get into that. First of all, if you are new to your girl's channel, let me welcome you with a big what's up. I appreciate you for tuning in. You can actually drop a heart emoji down in the comments and I can shout you out my future videos. And just hit that subscribe button while you were at it so you can become a part of your girl's channel. Be a part of the fam so you can stay up to date on my other uploads as well. So Basketball Wives, what else do we expect? It's just gonna be a shit show from here on out between all the girls unless they start mending fences. Speaking of mending fences, let's start with the scene of Jackie going out with Kristen and Jennifer. First of all, Jackie was out talking to Kristen like, oh my God, wasn't Shaunie's event so nice? And Kristen's like, what event were you at? Because they clearly experienced two separate things. Jackie, you was on the other side of the ecosystem when shit was popping off between Kristen and Cece. Obviously, Kristen feels some type of way and blaming Cece in regards to not being invited to the wedding and the issue that's between her husband and Byron. But Kristen, newsflash, I really feel like you are still taking all this shit out on Cece when it's not her. Like, you need to go be speaking to Byron, okay? Or talk to your husband so he can talk to the daddy. That's not Cece's responsibility. But Jackie nonetheless is like, look, I want you guys to just make up and, move on. Like, you guys are good friends. After this point, Jennifer shows up and she just gets on my nerves because it's like she doesn't know what she wants to be. She wants to be a bad bitch that can talk the talk 1 minute, but then the next minute she wants to crawl in the corner and play victim and say, boo-hoo, why is everybody attacking me? Well, Jennifer, you keep running your mouth, bumping them gums, and then not being able to back it up. Kristen actually checked her like, girl, like the stuff you said about Shaunie, just point blank period, was wrong. Like, you talking about her kid's father, you show up to the event, like what else did you expect to happen? But here's what's confusing, because once again, Jennifer's like, I don't be going to places with hostility. Yeah, it might not be hostility, quote, like, if you want to be semantics, but there's a way, Jennifer, you what I call nice nasty. You say stuff, but you want to say real polite, real with a smile on your face, try to wrap shit up in a bow to make it look good, but ultimately you dogging the fuck out of somebody. Like, we know what you doing, Jennifer. And then here it is, she wants to play the pity party of, well, with my mom dying. And as much as I am sympathetic to that girl, you saying it was 3 years ago, where was this last season when stuff was popping off? And in the season, no, you weren't there the season before that, but last season when you came back and when everything was going on, it wasn't a situation of your mama dying then. But now, after you didn't caught up in a lie, now all of a sudden it's, oh, I'm grieving and I can't control my emotions. Jackie was like, look, you and Shaunie gonna have to fix this. She's having an issue with you. But here Jennifer still wants to stick to this notion of, well, I'm not doing anything wrong. I mean, it's not like the shit wasn't in the street anyways. People already knew about it. Like, so what? There was whispers going on, but you were reiterating it. And not only that, pounding lies on top of it, accusing Evelyn of sleeping with Shaq. Like, Jennifer, you dead ass wrong. So in the next scene, Tammy's actually out with OG. They kind of have a little moment working out. Tammy's trying to stay fit for Reggie because he young. She can't let her body get old and AARP-ish before the time is ready to, because she gotta stay nice and fit for Reggie so he don't go lingering off somewhere else with these little thoughts that's out here in these streets. But nonetheless, OG is telling her what happened at the event because she's like, girl, I ain't see you. Tammy's like, I went in there and kissed a couple of babies and came back out. I wasn't staying for that bullshit. I was not gonna get in it. And OG filled her in on the Cece and Kristen shenanigans. But she was to put her little 2 cents saying that, I'm on Cece's side. We all know that her and Kristen don't get along. They had that little quarrel last season. I don't think she's forgot about it. But at this point, you really don't care what side you on. But what killed me is the fact that she talking about, ooh, but there's some stuff that a lot of people don't know about in regards to Cece and Kristen, but I ain't gonna say nothing because my name Bennett and I ain't in it. Like, don't do that, OG. Like, if you gonna say stuff into the street, you might as well say it. Like, don't be having people like, be like, well, OG knows something. Apparently, like, there's something going down, and OG know about it, because then it's gonna come back on you, and it's gonna make you look bad. But if you want to take that little bow and arrow, you go ahead and do so. But what I find hilarious is now she's telling Tammy, I'm thinking about retiring football so I can work on marriage and babies with my man as soon as he get back. Now, okay, listen to me, OG. I don't think you picking up what your man is putting down. You last season was real forcing for him to hurry up and say, like, you gonna be my fiance, we're gonna get engaged, like, we gonna move in together and, you know, raise a couple of babies, the whole, you know, white picket fence dream. And he ain't told you none of that. Like, I think you just taking on this whole fairy tale on your own, and not considering all the signs that your nigga is giving you that he is not prepared or nor wants to do that anytime soon. Because when you asked all them questions last season, homie was stuck. Especially when y'all went on that dinner with Reggie and Tammy actually asked him, homie had nothing to say. So how am I noticing something and you not OG? Like, I'm gonna need you to rethink that situation before you get stuck in something real dumb and you get pregnant by this nigga and he go off and leave, because he don't look like, well, you actually said there was infidelity last season, but I mean, you have a baby with him and then he gonna cheat on you, like, and that's gonna be something you have to take on your own, because I'm sorry, OG, I don't think he marrying you. I mean, I wish the best for you because that's what you want, but I'm just, red flags, honey, red flags, that's all I'm saying. So Shaunie, Evelyn, and Jackie are actually out together. They basically talking about how they fed up with Jennifer's stuff. Evelyn's like, look, this bitch still ain't apologized to me. And I just am not here for it. Shaunie, she's like, look, I ain't here for it either. Like, she can kick rocks for all I care. But Jackie tries to convince him that she's a changed woman. And she was all crying and stuff. And she's like, y'all, I feel bad for her. Like, y'all, Jackie has changed. She turned over a new leaf. Now she's a little mediator. I guess Cuckoo has flew through the nest, because Jackie's not doing all her crazy shit no more. She seems to be a lot more mellow, you know, a lot more calm. I think Jackie was tired of looking like the idiot on this show. Plus, I mean, she knocking on 60, 70 door. Like, you can't keep doing that because you're going to break an ankle or something trying to keep up with these little young hoes. But, I mean, they all aging, but, I mean, like, Jackie, you know, you at the top of the pole when it comes to age. Like, you can basically get Social Security at this point at your age, Jackie. But ultimately, she's like, y'all, I really believe Jennifer wants to apologize. She, you know, was crying and saying, like, how her mom just really affected her emotions with her passing. Evelyn does not give any F's about this whole, my mom died, that's the reason I'm acting out. And I'm kind of on Evelyn's side. As harsh as it is, Jennifer, you got caught in some lies, point blank period, and you got to own up to it. You still have not been accountable for the stuff that you said last season. You basically owned, which was weird, you owned up to it, but then backed up off of the owning up to it and then lied about telling the truth, but you told the truth. Like, it was all like you just was in a tornado. You spun yourself in a web and got stuck in it yourself trying to catch somebody else in it. So it backfired on you. And all you need to do, this whole thing would have been, you know, wish-washed and done had you just owned up to it, caught to you talking shit, trying to get Evelyn looking bad, and then it would have been done, but you're not copping to it. So everybody is not fucking with you, girl. But Jackie wants to invite you to her event, you know, where she wants to do crystals and meditation and stuff, you know, she's becoming into all that holistic mess and whatnot. And they're like, okay, you know, well, I guess we can go. I guess Evelyn wants to bring her friend, and we see that she is having like lunch or something with a girl named Phoebe. So I guess she's gonna be a new addition, some new blood. I think from the first, you know, impression, I think she's gonna be a good addition. She's got a little spitfire in her. Y'all drop down in the comments, let me know. Do y'all think that she's gonna be a good one to add to the little franchise? Especially with her knowing Evelyn, they're both from the Bronx. So, you know, being in New York, they're very straightforward. Don't take no mess. Will call people out. I think she's got the right like little kick in her to be around these ladies. Like she ain't gonna take none of their shit for sure. But ultimately she's saying, you know, I want to move to LA because I guess her ex plays for the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. She got kids too, like one's 8 and the other one's 4. And basically she want to get her bag, you know, make her own independence so she can stop being Stevenson's wife and she can be Phoebe on her own. Which is cool. She ain't trying to be one of these girls who just live off of, you know, popping out a couple of puppies for a nigga that play in the NBA. You know, at least she's trying to go out and get her own. So Malaysia is still playing, you know, peacemaker. She is at her apartment, I guess, with Kristen. Then London, who actually is Byron's daughter, shows up. Now, I'm kind of confused as to why London is there, because if she had a issue that's with Cece, I really feel like that's individual of Kristen and Cece's issue. And now it's starting to look like they two are just kind of like banding together. And that's kind of where the whole, I guess, talk went, basically. So Cece actually ends up showing up, and you can see on her face that she just was kind of like, oh shit, here we go. These bitches are just gonna attack me. But she sat down and tried to get everything cleared up. Now, from the beginning, basically, their issue is Cece, take accountability. You know, you need to own up to stuff. But I'm still confused as to what necessarily is the actual issue. Because Cece, to me, hasn't done anything to Kristen. Like, think of last season. What did Cece specifically do to Kristen? I'm coming up blank. Like, can y'all do y'all feel like Cece did something to Kristen last season? Y'all let me know in the comments, like, if she is the one for their demise friendship. But ultimately, Kristen is like, look, girl, you need to be with Byron and tell him he needs to come see his grandkids, and you're supposed to be about family and stuff like that. You never been about nobody else but yourself. But what is she supposed to do? Like, she's the new addition to the family. She's not the ex-wife. She's not the mother. And y'all making it seem like she got to make this man go see kids that are 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. All his kids are grown, have their own lives, doing stuff individually. Like, what is she supposed to do with that? Tell him to go see his grown-ass kid. His daughter can call him and say, look, Dad, I want to hang out. Let's go have lunch or dinner or something like that. That's not Cece's responsibility. Y'all keep making her the problem. That's Byron's issue. Honestly, Kristen, you have an issue with Byron, not Cece, but you want to make it Cece's fault because I guess you feel like as the new woman, she's supposed to tell him what to do, but he is a grown-ass man. He can make his own decisions. If he want to come see his grandchild, she can't force him to do that. She can tell him all day, Byron, go see your grandkid. But if he don't do it, that's not her fault. That's on him. But according to Byron, Kristen, you also need to take some accountability as well because you ain't bringing your grandchild to come see him. So it looked like it is going both ways. Now, if you want him to see your grandkid, it can't just be on him. You making it seem like everything is on him. He don't stop by just because he live 2 seconds down the street. You can get up and go too and say, hey, look, Byron, I'm bringing by your granddaughter. Are you at home? Knock, knock. Who's there? But you ain't. So take some accountability on that, Kristen. But all of a sudden, shit starts going left because voice starts getting raised. London starts going after Cece, saying, you need to do this and that. And finally, she's getting up and she's ready to go. But Malaysia's like, nah, I'll come back. Now, look, okay, we gonna get this stuff figured out right now. And finally, Cece broke down and just said, look, I married this man. I want to take care of him. I am not perfect, but I'm doing what I'm like the best I can. And that was a genuine moment to me. I really feel like Cece is not a malicious person. She doesn't do stuff intentionally to fuck people over. I just think she lacks the awareness of how sometimes being a people pleaser or just not saying something can, you know how sometimes you're like, okay, I know something, but I'm not going to say nothing. And then come to find out the person finds out and now they know that you know. And now it looks like you're messy because you didn't tell them. No, I just didn't feel like getting in the business and making the situation worse. That's kind of what happened to Cece. She's never just gone off on Kristen last season. That was mainly Kristen's issue. She was the one who was talking shit about Cece and making sure she was good with the other girls, making her little comments about how Cece was possibly running a little sex shop and stuff like that. That was you, Kristen. You were the messy one, and you continue being messy this season, the way you going back and forth between Shaunie and Jennifer and just passing information along. You the one who's got this big ass spoon starting the pot. So I think you need to look in the mirror, girl. But ultimately, Kristen, she started crying. It's like, look, I want to be back close with you. And I never wanted us to be like this. So it's all kumbaya for the moment. They all hugged each other and everything's cool. So we're just going to see how long this is going to last. So I guess actually Kristen at some point actually sits down with Thomas and tells her how the meeting went. She's like, look, everything is kind of good at the moment, but you know how things are with your dad. He feels some type of way about me saying he was a bad grandparent on TV. He low-key kind of co-signed it. Thomas was like, he doesn't come by, but that's his issue. London was there, and she still, for some reason, still has a bone to pick with Cece. She's like, yeah, Cece's just gonna have to, play her part basically, and improve on her position. Okay, whatever. Thomas, go talk to your dad. Like, your dad is about ready to kick Kristen under the bus and with no remorse and walk away. He is not fucking with her at the moment, especially if he's still stuck on this she ain't coming to the wedding. You got some work to do. It's between y'all two. You need to go talk to your dad, because it's only, like, this is just becoming a snowball effect with, like, everybody in between y'all. So Cece, she is back at home making food for her man, cooking salmon and all that good healthy stuff, because she's like, we got to be nice and praying for the engagement party that basically got out of hand because she invited everybody and their mama. But he's like, well, how'd the talk go? And she was like, look, your daughter was there and I was not expecting that. And Byron got pissed off because now he feels like now she's sticking her nose in something that ain't got nothing to do with her. I agree with that. Byron was like, look, ultimately, Kristen tried to make me look like a deadbeat granddaddy. I don't appreciate it. At this point, she could disappear and I could care less. Byron is not playing with Kristen. He's like, this is it. She could fall off a bridge, go under a brush. She could stub her toe on her bed. She could do whatever, and I still am not going to bat an eye at all. Byron said, goodbye, good night. I am done. So Jacqueline actually goes out with Jennifer and has, I guess, lunch or something, just to kind of talk to her about how things are kind of going with the girls the last time she saw them. Jennifer once again breaks down and was like, it's just so hard for me, and I want to get past this, but I'm also not going to be, like bullied or ran over. Jackie invites her to the event, says, look, I'm gonna have my little Christmas situation. This will be perfect for all y'all to just finally knock the bullshit out and, get everything, knock it under the rug so we can move on. Okay, Jackie, wishful thinking. What else happened? Oh, okay, so Tammy and Reggie actually had to go, speak to her kids. The whole eloping thing kind of got under their skin. Understandable, they love their mama, and she's just like, look, y'all, I wasn't even expecting it. Reggie tried to fall on the sword for Tammy. He was like, look, I planned everything. It was kind of a surprise. And, I hope y'all will, just accept my apology. The girl's like, it's cool. We'll move on. We can just do a party or something. But her daughter wants to know, like, when are you going to tell the girls? And Tammy's like, man, fuck them. I ain't telling them nothing. I ain't getting in my business. Get up out my business. Get the fuck out my business. That old, was that Trina? Yeah, I think that's Trina Ludacris. But yeah, Tammy said these girls ain't knowing nothing because I ain't got time for they fakery or fuckery. And that's, okay, cool with me, Tammy. You do you, boo-boo. So let's get to basically the meat and potatoes. They are at this meditation thing. The girls kind of do like a little pregame and they at the bar talking and stuff. Evelyn, Shaunie, Kristen, and the new girl, I think Phoebe. And Shaunie and Evelyn, like, talking about it. Kristen actually ends up being on the phone with Jennifer and she's like, I'm on the way. I'll be in there in a little bit. And, she's not, gonna do anything bad. She just wants to come in with good energy, blase, blase. Shaunie was like, I guess I put that bitch straight at the event. She ain't gonna come sideways now. So Evelyn still is not here for her. Eyes roll every time the name Jennifer comes up. To her, basically Jennifer is like Beetlejuice. You say her name 3 times, pop out, you just ready to get that bitch gone. So they, you know, were doing their little pre-gaming and finally get into the meditation room. Everything's all nice, all calm, serenity and stuff. Shaunie peeking with one eye open, like, I don't trust these hoes. And the tension is already there, but it gets worse soon as Jennifer pop in with her hi, sounding up nasally ass. And she sits down and basically shit gets popping because Jack is like, this is a perfect time. But Evelyn said, look, nope, Jennifer, you gonna start off with it because it's all started with your ass. And Jennifer then wants to say, you know what? I don't understand what y'all issue with me. Shaunie was like, look, you guys think as attitude, I can choose not to be around you, and that's what I'm gonna do. I don't need you in my life. Evelyn's like, look, girl, you ain't even apologize about Shanice. You ain't came to me and said nothing about all that stuff you said last year in Amsterdam. Basically, at this point, fuck you and your ugly ass dog. And Jennifer is basically taken back, and she calls Shaunie basically messy too and stank attitude too. And then it kind of like just reverts to her basically still doing this thing of, look, I am dealing with so much. I've lost parents and you guys don't know what that feels like. As soon as that excuse came out, Evelyn was like, look, you lost your mama and I'm sorry about that, but that means you get to be an asshole. And I still agree with Evelyn. Jennifer, your mama passing away, as unfortunate as it is, absolutely had nothing to do with you lying, talking out of both sides of your neck and getting caught. Like, girl, the jig is up. Just sit there and be like, man, I said some foul stuff last season to you girls. You know, Evelyn, we were at a point in our lives where we weren't talking, we were mad at each other, and I just took it out on you. Like, that's it. But Jennifer, you is not gonna make no friends. First of all, if you keep playing this little fake thing, being you know, the real girl, you gonna nuck if you buck type thing, like, girl, it ain't, that's not you. You real soft. You talking about, I may be as big as the elephant, but I'm not one. But low-key you are, because elephants jump at the sight of just a mouse running by their feet. So I think an elephant is a perfect analogy for your ass. But she starts the whole crying thing, the crying bit, and Evelyn turned around and slammed that door so hard the wind could have just knocked Tammy's wig off. And Kristen was like, the door is closed for sure. It ain't coming back open for nothing. And Jennifer's like, I'm not a bad person. I just, you know, do stuff out of defense. And I'm just going through a rough time. And she's crying. And Shaunie, hard little shell just broke. She looked at her. She's just like, y'all, I feel bad. Basically, she was a lost puppy at the moment. And Shaunie, as hard as she tried to be at that moment, be the gutter bitch, there's a difference between you're a nice lady on the inside and you have the gutter bitch in you, or you're actually that hood chick and from the get-go, but you're nice. Like, Shaunie is a nice girl on the inside who has like a hood chick mentality on the outside. Like, it's not her actual forte. So she ends up hugging Jennifer and they do a kumbaya at the moment. Jennifer, I guess that is applied. I mean, not Jennifer, Jackie, I guess that is applied to you because your crystals worked. The whole little power serenity thing happened to work magic, and I'm surprised. But that was the episode of Basketball Wives. I mean, what do you guys think of Jennifer and this whole excuse of her mama passing away and it being the reason that she is going off on the girls? I feel like that is a sorry-ass excuse, but, you know, everybody can take it as they will. Tammy and Reggie still hiding this marriage. I am actually up for it. What do you guys think about that? Please like this video, subscribe to your girl's channel, and I will see you guys next time. All right, I will catch you on the flip side. Deuces.